Big Ten championship is in Indianapolis, and we have two new faces, which is refreshing to see in the Big Ten. Michigan with a huge victory over Ohio State, against Iowa with a comeback victory last week against Nebraska. Both these teams can run the ball very effectively, but Michigan runs it better than anybody. They're terrific in the Big Ten of playing that smash mouth football. They'll run the ball downhill. They've got two good running backs in Haskins and Corum. They've done terrific jobs this year running the football in tandem, but their offensive line is key. Their offensive line is probably one of the best in the nation. They should be on the Joe Moore watch list because they did a terrific job, not only against Ohio State last week, but the entire season, keeping Michigan tough. When I look at this offense, Coach, it reminded me of Stanford. Tight ends out there, in motion, blocking, running downhill, relying on your offensive line. That was key in that game. And on the defensive side of the ball, Aiden Hutchinson is one of the best defensive ends in the country. He'll be a top 5 pick in the next NFL draft. On the other side, you look at Iowa. They're not flashy. They've never been flashy, but they run the ball. They don't turn it over, and they force turnovers. And Phil Parker, their defensive coordinator, has been there for a long time. They do an excellent job at what they do. They don't make mistakes. But the key is, can they score enough to stay with Michigan? Michigan is a big favorite at 10.5. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I think Michigan wins this game, but I think Iowa covers. I'm going to take Michigan 24, Iowa 17.
Well, a week ago, Mark, I thought we'd be talking about this game. We'd be talking about Ohio State versus Wisconsin. But Wisconsin got beat by Minnesota, and lo and behold, Michigan really put a whipping on Ohio State. Now, here's a question about Michigan. Are they looking backwards to that great win where the fans, that's all they want to talk about is, hey, we beat Ohio State, we dominated Ohio State? Are they looking forward to playing Iowa? Each time you win a football game, Mark, the next game gets bigger. Yes, beating Ohio State was good, and it was big. But this one against Iowa was even bigger because it could put them in the national championship race and among the Final Four. When you look at Michigan, they run the ball. They're number 9th in the country. Their defense is excellent, though. Total defense, they're 14th. Rush defense, 22. Pass, 23. Scoring, 8. That's impressive, particularly when you run the ball as well as they do. McNamara is a good quarterback. Here's the amazing thing, Mark. He's only thrown 3 interceptions this entire year. And Haskins is just a man. I mean, 18 touchdowns, 1,232 yards. Now let's look at Iowa. How did they get here, Mark? I don't know. Total offense, they're 123rd. Running, they're 106th. Pass, they're 110th. Scoring, they're 87th. There's no way you play in a championship game with that kind of offensive statistics. However, their defense is good, and they don't make many mistakes. We talk almost each week about Phil Parker, the excellent defensive coordinator, has done a tremendous job. On total defense, they're 13th. Run defense, they're 14th. Scoring defense, they're 9th. So they're a very, very good, solid defensive football team. They're seldom penalized. They don't make mistakes. They protect the football. And when you look at Iowa, you say, how are they going to be able to put points on the board against Michigan? Well, when you look at compare similar scores in the league against common opponents, Mark, the stats come out pretty even. I think it's going to be a heck of a football game, but I think Michigan prevails 24, Iowa 17.